Deanna, for like I said, I said probably not. But you know what? Anyone who heard Deanna Irvin's last live, in which she got so upset because someone made a comment on my channel under one of my videos, the last video I made, and wondered, had a question or whatever it was. And you can go look at the conversation and you will see that she just had another overreaction because nobody's sitting up here thinking about her. I respond to my comments all the time. And someone makes a comment, they take the time to make a comment, I'm going to take the time. They deserve a response. That's all there is to it. But if you look at the conversation, she wondered if Deanna was going to be upset because Rick shouted me out. And I said, probably not. They're pretty tight. That's a reasonable response. She turned into another whole rant and rave. Oh, I'm this and I'm that. And, F you, this and I, da, 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 da. Just on and on and on and on. I mean, that shows there's another underlying problem with her. If she's going to react to something that insignificant in the manner in which she did. And I don't care how you feel about me. Believe me, the feeling is mutual. And as far as me being in the middle of something, however you want to put it, okay? I don't regret it. Nothing I've done regarding that situation do I regret in my response to it either. But, it might serve you well to just stay away from me. Don't read my comments. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I'm saying and what I'm thinking and what goes on over on my channel. So like I said, I answer every one of the last I've answered so far, about 270,000 comments. Yeah. So, if they say, hello, how are you? I'm going to say, I'm fine, and you? I'm going to say thank you. Whatever they ask. If they ask for the name of a song, I'm going to tell them. So, that's how I roll. But as far as you're concerned, one of my subscribers, wondered about something, and I said, probably not. They're pretty tight. In other words, acknowledging that you and him are very tight. You guys are friends. You guys have broken bread together in the past. I know the history. So, I'm not concerned about it. And, that's why I just allayed any of her concerns, because she wondered. But you showed what it really is. And that's sad. It really is. It's sad, and no, I'm not old enough to be your grandmother. I'm old enough to be probably your great-grandmother, old enough to be. But it doesn't matter how old I am. Hey, I'm living, been living my best life, okay? And you may have a problem with that. You feel like I shouldn't be, but I am. So all the things you said about me, you've said them before. I know you you ain't got nothing for me. And believe me, sweetie, I ain't got nothing for you either. Okay? So, like you said, you said it's fuck me forever. Honey, it's fuck you forever too. Please rest assured of that. Okay? But I don't go trolling your comments and responding to what people say in your comments about me or anything else. Okay, I stopped doing that a long time ago, back in 2021, 22 or something like that. I'm not doing that anymore. So maybe you need to grow in that direction and stop worrying about it. But at least, you know, overreaction is not healthy, you know. And if you, I remember you saying in one of your lives one time that I saw on a replay, because you mentioned my name and somebody let me know. I went back and looked, and you said you didn't want to hear nothing from nobody about anything about me. Okay? So, you didn't want nobody to send you anything or what. So somebody's sending you something, you need to remind them again. Or you need to stop coming over to my channel and looking at what I'm doing. Okay? That would make a lot more sense than what you're doing right now. But calling my name out, and it's really silly. Oh, subscriber asked a question, had wondered about something. And she said, basically I said, I'm not worried about it, and I don't think there's anything to that. But no, you had to take it all the way. You put 20 on 10, honey, for nothing. For nothing. And you got a bad habit of wishing death on people, okay? But you sounded like you were about to stroke out behind nothing. That's not healthy. Chill. Bye.